Utah Do, and we had a reader request from Carol asking about some tips for arm positioning. So we thought we'd share some things that we've put together for you.
So the first thing is we want to just always be aware of when we're using our arms in more academic positions, one way to put it, which are just your very technically correct positions, versus when we take those positions to how we might use them on stage, which are going to be a little bit more exaggerated, a little bit more artistic, and to be very aware of the difference between the two.
In general, during the class time, you'll want to focus on the academic positions instead of the stage positions, unless instructed otherwise. There may be entire classes devoted to making sure you are academically correct at all times. And then there's going to be those classes where they may want you to work on your artistry, and that's going to allow you more movement and more freedom with that.
So now we're going to just talk about a couple of things that are some tips and tricks for just having better arms. Alright, so we are going to have a couple of tips for just general arm movements. And one thing I like to tell people, one way I like to think about arms, you have wings and you're going to use your whole arm to make your arm positions. So you really want to think about everything starting from the spine and going out through the shoulder blades, lengthening so your whole back is very long and lengthened, and from there you can take the arms into any position and they stay nice and long and from your back.
Alright, our second general arm movement tip is to really make sure that your shoulders are nice and open and that you're really elongating through the body, so everything is just very long and strong. Everything looks very properly held. Okay, so talking about arabesque, a much used arm placement. So from this angle, you want to think about keeping your shoulder down and back, so you don't want to move it forward like that. You don't want to be lifting from here. You want to keep it pulled back. And if you think about using this kind of muscle right in here, it keeps it like pulled in front of your body, and you don't want to raise this arm too high. You don't want it to be up here, unless of course artistically you're told to do that at some point, but generally it's going to be about here. And you want to make sure that you're not letting your elbows droop too much, but you also don't want to be like really stiff. You know, there's a nice balance up there and a nice resistance happening the whole time as well.
So our last tip is going to be a little note about elbows. One of the things we want to make sure is that we've talked before about the elbows not drooping, and we don't want them to droop, but there's a little bit of a rotation that happens to get that shape. You still want to make sure the shoulders are down, but then the elbows are slightly rotating back. So then you're engaging those muscles right there, and you still have that nice long line, but nice engaged elbows.
Alright guys, that wraps up this video. If you enjoyed this, please give our video a thumbs up. And if you really love us, leave us a comment below. Also, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/UtahDo. Give our page a like and leave us a little message on there, because we would love to hear from you. So until then, we will see you next time. Bye! Bye!